This is the first of my Restock hauls. So some of this will go in the pantry. I'm gonna start restocking it. I didn't buy a whole lot this week because I'm going on a little vacation for about 4 days. So I figure this will get me through for the week until then. And then once I'm back and settled, I'll do like a big haul, maybe even go to like Walmart or somewhere and stock up on some things. But for now, this is what I got. I'll go through it. I've got one kitty inspecting. Smashy, what are you doing? We'll start with the big items. So I bought some chicken. I did buy the butcher box and I got a lot of chicken in there, but I didn't pull it out and defrost it. So I went ahead and ordered a pack just to cook to get through the week before I leave for my trip. This will be enough for the next few days and to get me through my meals at work. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook this chicken today or tomorrow. It'll be my meal prep for the week to take to work or to eat here before I go to work. And then when I get back from my trip, I'll start dipping into the butcher box. I've got 3 cucumbers. I've been loving just cutting up cucumbers. I try to get 2 cups in at a time. That helps me on my Weight Watchers points. But also it's just easy. There's not a lot of preparation. You just chop it, slice it, put it in a container, take it to work, eat it at home. It's great. So I'm liking the English cucumbers right now. They taste fresh and crisp. Sometimes the other ones have a little bitter flavor. I bought these cauliflower stalks. I wasn't gonna buy a lot of chips, snacky items, because I sometimes can just tear into a bag when I'm home and just eat half the bag. But my friend got this at work and she let us taste it and they were really good. And I've been reaching for like sun chips to go with my sandwich. I go to the snack machine, get some sun chips, and it is more expensive. And they didn't have the sun chips that I wanted on the Instacart app at the store that I was buying from. So I went ahead and got these. And they're actually, I think the macros are very similar to the sun chips. And it just gives me something. Sometimes my sandwich and my veggies just isn't enough. So I need a little something to go with it. So this will be what it is this week. I've got the broccoli cheddar soup. So I have a bag of frozen broccoli that I'm not gonna cook and eat with my chicken because the pieces were so small. It just didn't work the last time I did it. They just came out really crispy and almost like shaved. I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it to this soup instead and kind of bulk up the broccoli content of this broccoli and cheddar soup. I think that'll be good and it'll help me use up the broccoli. And I got 3 cans of green beans to go with the chicken because when I cook chicken, I like to bulk up the meal with a lot of veggies. I'll sometimes eat a whole can of green beans with a piece of chicken. I do have some mashed potatoes in my pantry that I need to use up. They were in my long-term pantry and I just need to use them up. I may go ahead and instead of eating a whole can, go ahead and split the can in half and, you know, eat a serving of mashed potatoes with it. I don't know, we'll see. But this is my option for one meal. I picked up some more tuna because I have been loving the tuna sandwiches. I know you're not supposed to eat tuna every day, but honestly right now I think I could. I bought 2 different types. I'm trying to like branch out and try different varieties of tuna since I want to eat it more. And I know you're supposed to, you know, shop responsibly and choose the healthy options of tuna. And so I thought I would try this variety and see if it's any good. It's the cheapest of the higher quality brands, so we'll see. And I've got my faithful iced coffee to go with my protein shakes. So that's what I bought for this first Restock pantry. As soon as I can, I'll kind of organize the pantry and show you what's in it now. I've made my way through a lot of different things, so there's not a whole lot gonna be in there. And I'm trying to keep the, what do you call it? Trying to keep the inventory kind of on the lower side because I'm trying to get myself out of that, reaching for snacks, reaching for things to eat all day long when I'm home because that's how I've been eating through this whole panorama. And it's time to get serious and stop snacking all day long. So I'm trying to just stick with things that I'm gonna eat with my meals. If I'm gonna snack, let it be veggies, and make sure my meals count. So that's what I'm gonna do. Right, kitty? Right, Splash? Hi. You are a movie star. And I forgot to show you the hard-boiled eggs. I know these are a splurge. I could save a lot of money boiling my own eggs, but I've been so busy lately that I'm willing to spend money on the shortcuts to make sure I eat what I have in my mind to eat. If I'm waiting for time to boil eggs, I might not do it. So for now, I'm splurging on the hard-boiled eggs already cooked. These are the only ones I really like. All the other ones have like some kind of solution over the eggs. And so I stay away from the other ones, but I like this one, and eventually I'll get back maybe to boiling my own eggs. But for right now, this is helping me stay on track. I'm gonna use this in my tuna sandwiches with the tuna, and it's gonna keep me eating good food, not reaching for fast food. And I'm a fan of convenience when it's gonna keep you on track. This is how I make my tuna salad. Very simple: eggs, mayo, mustard, tuna. I just mix it all together. I chop the eggs first, then I mix it up with the tuna and the mayo and the mustard. I put about 4 tablespoons of mayo and then about 1 tablespoon of mustard, more or less to your taste if this is how you do it as well. Salt and pepper are Tony's to season. Lately I've been using Tony's with the tuna salad. Really good. I get about 3 to 4 servings out of this, and it's just delicious and simple. I don't like anything crunchy in my tuna. I don't like any relish or dill or celery. Sometimes I could do like grapes and pecans, something sweet, and maybe a nut of some sort, but most of the time I just like it plain and simple. Gonna go ahead and make my lunch. I've got the broccoli cheddar soup that I bought. I bought this specifically so that I could use up the broccoli. So I'm gonna mix probably the whole bag of broccoli and see. I'll start with half. I don't know, maybe if it's too much, I'll save the other half a bag for later, but I just always feel like these soups don't have enough broccoli in it, and I didn't like the way this broccoli was eating on its own. It was just really small pieces. So I thought maybe it'd be good to mix into a soup. So we'll see how this goes. So I added about half the bag. I feel like if I added any more, it wouldn't be soup. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and then I'll do it again in a couple of weeks and finish off that bag of frozen broccoli. Here's the soup. I ended up just adding half a bag of broccoli. During the week, I took a drive out in the country with my friend. We went out to see a farm. We got to see some farm animals, and of course, beautiful Mount Rainier. Anytime she's visible, she's beautiful. So there she is. So we went out, we saw lots of little critters. It really did me good mentally and physically to get out in the fresh air, away from the city. I love living in the city, but sometimes it's nice for a change of scenery. You could see Mount Rainier again there in the background, just so beautiful. I got to have some homemade biscuits. I don't even remember the last time I had homemade biscuits. And then there was some soup. The soup was so good. It was fresh. It was made right there while we were waiting. And we got to sit around the table and enjoy it together with the family that invited us over. And it was so good. Homemade preserves, all the things. I did not regret any bites. Using up the last of the Premier Protein cinnamon roll flavor. I don't know if I'm gonna buy another one. All right, here's my first meal before work. I've got the chicken and green beans with a little, I can't believe it's not butter, and some Tony's. It's gonna be kind of a week of repeat meals. I'm just not feeling like pulling out a whole lot of things to do before my trip next week. So we're gonna eat this. I've got several more chicken and vegetable meals. I cooked a new batch of chicken over the 2 days that I was off, so I'll eat that leading up to my trip. And then when we get back to my trip, I'll decide what I wanna do. This is what I'm taking for lunch. I've got my tuna sandwich with a slice of Swiss cheese. That'll be my lunch. I'll count the points for you once I remember to calculate it. I've also got 2 cups of cucumber. That'll buy me back 2 points. 2 cups of celery, another 2 points for 4 points bought back. And the green beans, another 4. So I'm getting 6 points of veggies today. I may not eat both of these. If I'm not hungry, I'm just gonna pick one. Sometimes I just want something to munch on. These are almost no calories. So cucumber, celery, those are good choices. I do have 2 tablespoons worth of the Bolt House Farms ranch. That really helps me with the celery sometimes. Sometimes you get a batch of celery that's not as tasty and I need a little help to eat it. So that helps with that. I'm gonna try to finish the soup. If I don't finish it today, I'll finish it tomorrow. I'll just leave it at work. This is the Panera broccoli cheddar soup that I've been working on. So that's my last serving of it. And then I still have the container of that, but I reused it to put those cauliflower cheddar stalks. So these are like 4 points for all of this. I actually had to get this container out because the one that I tried to put it in was this size and it was too small. So this is 1 serving of these. They're kind of like Funyun texture, but I'm really enjoying them. They're not a Cheeto, they're not a Funyun, but they're good for what they are. And it's a nice little crunch to go with my sandwich. So these are my options for the work day. We'll see when I get home what I actually ate, what I finished. I feel pretty full right now after the chicken and green beans and the protein shake. So I don't know if I'll eat all of this, but sometimes as the day wears on, I'm surprised how hungry I get. So I don't know if I'll get all my steps in. I'm hoping so. I chose to just sleep this morning rather than get up early and try to get a head start on getting some steps in. I've been so tired at work and I don't want to feel that way. I'm gonna go ahead and pack all this up and take it to work. And then if I grab a picture at work, I'll show you. If not, I'll just let you know how it went when I get home. All right, here's the situation. I'm trying to go to work and these guys decided to take over all my stuff. Splash is sitting on my coat. We found a comfy spot. Can I have my coat back? And Casper sitting on my purse and my work bag. Hey bud, what you doing? You don't want me to go to work? Any of you cat parents out there understand? The struggle is real. On my way to my haircut, I passed this interesting painting on this building. I've passed it several times and it always intrigues me, so I thought I would share it with you guys. Hi guys, just wanted to hop in here. I'm running into Trader Joe's. I just wanted to pick up some protein bars to take with me on my trip. I'm leaving Tuesday, so I got my hair done today. It looks good. Always good for a fresh cut, and they always style it in ways that I cannot achieve. So so this next week I'll be going to California with a friend, so I'll show you guys kind of what we eat while we're out there. And then when we get back, it's back on track. I have been eating good this week. I ate pretty much on plan for the first half of the week. Second half, I've been kind of struggling, getting ready for the trip and just being busy overall. I don't want to buy a bunch of food, so I'm not preparing anything new on my days off. I'm just kind of eating what I have. But I'm excited to go on the trip for one, and then when we get back, I'm excited to get back on track. So I'll show you some grocery hauls when I get back, what I buy to prepare to really hit it hard for the month of May. I think in the spring is a good time for me to get back on track. This winter I struggled with just a lot of low mood, everything that's been going on. Everybody knows what's going on, and it had me down for a while, but spring is coming. The weather will start getting better. Right now in Seattle, it's still kind of gray. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I look forward to having you over the next several weeks as I really work to get back on track, and I'll take you along on that journey with me. And I plan on eating to 30 points on Weight Watchers. I'm one of those. I eat all my weeklies and I eat all my everythings every week. I get all the vegetables to get extra points, and you can't forget to eat the food. You gotta eat the food. So that's what I'll be doing when I get back. All right, this is what I got at Trader Joe's. This is the bounty I returned with. I've got the Bear Bells. I was wondering if the Bear Bells were actually a Trader Joe's food. I don't know if they're by Trader Joe's. Does anyone know? Regardless, they're really good. And I used to buy the Cliff bars to take with me on my trip. I just like to pack protein bars to go on trips because you never know where there's a holdup and your plane is taxiing around. Sometimes I've had planes taxi or sit for 2 hours, as long as 2 hours one time. And I didn't have anything to eat. I was starving. So I always keep these on hand, or if your flight is delayed and you don't have time to grab something to eat. So I got pretty much one of every variety, except for the caramel. Well, this one's caramel. This one's salted caramel. There was another caramel one that I skipped because, I don't know, sometimes caramel gets stuck in your teeth. I didn't know how caramelly it was. But I'm gonna pack these. I bought a lot so that if I want or someone wants, I can share with them. I am going with a friend. We'll be staying at her house, so this will be fun. This will be good. I haven't been on a fun trip like this in a while. I mean, I go visit my family, which I enjoy, but this is a fun trip just with a friend. And I'll show you guys footage as I'm there, as I remember to film, of all the things we see. That'll be in next week's video, but I will show you what we do, what we eat, all the fun things. Yeah, so stay tuned to see that.